My name's Dave Lewis. We're here at Metropolis Restaurant and I am the owner and chef at the minute as well. So what we decided to do was have something that was really inclusive, a place where everybody could go and eat. So we've got our own vegetarian and vegan full menu that goes alongside the carnivore menu. So everything we've got on all of the menus is completely replaceable. So we've got anything that's on the carnivore menu is also on the vegetarian menu and also on the vegan menu. So everybody's got the same choices. We've got burgers, we've got kebabs, we've got fish and chip replacements, we've got sausage and mash replacements, we've got, oh God, we're coming up with pizzas and pastas soon. We've got a whole host of vegan puddings and that kind of stuff as well. We get all our veg from this amazing local company called Kilby's, who are just lovely people. They'll take an order from us at 3 o'clock in the morning and go and source us whatever vegetables we want. So coming up to Christmas, we've got a whole range of things from butternut squash we're using for soups, which we don't use during the summer. But generally, we use a lot of things like leeks and potatoes and tomatoes and a whole load of salad stuff. And everything from courgettes to marrows to onions to whatever we can get and make something crazy out of them, really. So in terms of training the chefs, we go through all the classic different ways of cooking all the different types of vegetables there are. We encourage them to go a bit crazy, try a few new things. Mostly it's about using the ingredients and making them the star of the show. That's the important thing. We do a lot of things like our vegetarian koftas, which are made from a few different vegetables and some plant-based products that we can mush into making a beautiful kofta. And then everything else is made fresh, all the soups and that kind of stuff. And it's just a case of teaching people and using local produce and just getting what we can and working with it, really. So it changes all the time. Our soups and that change literally every day. As well as a load of our starters and that, all with the vegetables, because it just literally depends on what you can get.
So my name's Stephen Hayward, this is Canalside Community Food, and we basically like a veg box scheme. We're just different from most veg box schemes in the respect that we actually grow everything that we put in the box on site here. Community supported agriculture scheme is basically, instead of us growing and producing our food and having to go to market to sell it, we have a membership basically. So we have about 160 members here, and basically they will pay a monthly subscription, and in turn we give them, every single week we give them a share of what we can grow here. And we basically just try to grow everything that we can seasonally in this country. So that's where we differ from a lot of veg box schemes. We actually grow everything that we put in the box on our land here. So we grow about 65 or so different fruits and vegetables, and if you incorporate the different varieties, you know, some of those we grow just a single variety, some of those will grow up to sort of 7 or so varieties like tomatoes. During the summer we'd have things like peppers and tomatoes, cucumbers, those kind of things, lots of salad, and during the winter it's a lot of root vegetables and cabbages, kales, all those kinds of things. I think what people like about getting their veg from this farm is the fact that it is local. You know, it's literally a mile outside of Leamington Spa, and yeah, like, you can't get any more local than that. If it wasn't for our community, we wouldn't be able to get the jobs that we need done. Just purely the act of people coming to the farm and picking up. Again, that's where we sort of differ. A lot of veg box schemes will have vans that will go out to people's homes and deliver them. So that's another sort of selling point that we try to have here, is that we encourage people to come to the farm to pick up their vegetables themselves. It's very important as a grower to be connected to the people who buy your food.
I'm Charlotte Allende. I lead the UK Vegetable Gene Bank, which is based at the Wellesbourne campus of the University of Warwick, and it's a internationally significant seed collection. We have around about 14,000 samples of lots of different types of vegetable seed.
Can you talk a bit about why vegetables are such an important part of our diet?
Vegetables are a really important part of our diet because they contribute so much from a nutritional point of view. So we can get the calories we need to survive from things like wheat and rice and other kind of staple crops. But those micronutrients, those vitamins and minerals, we tend to get from fruit and vegetables. And vegetables add variety. They make our meals interesting. They have lots of different tastes, different colours, different textures. So they really help not only for us to get the nutrition we need from our diet, but also to make our diet interesting and varied.
Can you talk a bit about the gene bank and the collections within it, and how they contribute to the research we undertake at Warwick and more widely, and what the research focuses on?
Sure. So the gene bank was first opened in 1980, and what we do is to conserve genetic diversity in vegetable crops. Now, genetic diversity is really important. It's actually the raw material that plant breeders use to create new varieties of crops, and we need new crop varieties all the time to help us make sure we can produce enough food. If we can't develop those new varieties, then we're really going to have a problem producing enough food for everyone.
And how does that contribute particularly to research at Warwick?
So it really supports a lot of the research that goes on at Warwick because there are a huge number of researchers working on different aspects of crop science, such as the impacts of pests and diseases. So having a resource like the gene bank with its reservoir of genetic diversity can really help those scientists identify those particular traits in the material and actually help mobilize it so that breeders can more easily use it. So it provides a kind of source of material to test for useful traits.